Hi all. You're probably going to hear us all stand up here today and say, we live in an amazing city. I think the kind of growth that we're seeing in Tukwila is happening in many of our communities. I'm really honored to be here today to tell you a little bit about what's going on in Burien. I love Burien because it combines a small town flavor with unique urban amenities, including probably one of the only streets that many people would look at and say, wow, that's Main Street. That's where I grew up. It still maintains that feel. And we also have an amazing natural environment. If you've never been down to Seahurst Park in Burien, I encourage you to think about making that visit. I also love Burien because we have a very diverse population that is engaged in our community. We have a set of amazing community volunteers that put on fabulous events such as the Burien Pride that happened this past weekend. We had a couple thousand people come through, kids, families, and that was put together in 8 weeks by this amazing committee of volunteers. These folks also help support our farmers market. They are engaged and put a lot of energy into the community. It's a very pleasant place to live. It's more than pleasant. It's a very cool place to live. And I love living there and serving the community there. I've been on the council for the last 4 years. I've been deputy mayor for 2 years. And it's been a privilege to watch the community grow. We're experiencing significant economic investment. We anticipate about $126 million of investment in our community in 2017. We have just finished Merrill Gardens, the town square in Burien. If you haven't been there in many years, you should come. 20 years ago it was planned. The Merrill Gardens opened recently. I think it's about 90% full. The Maverick Apartments opened 2 weeks ago. It's 229 units. Half of them were rented when it opened. It's a beautiful facility. I encourage you to take a look. We have educational facilities like the Puget Sound Skills Center, which is just finishing a brand new biomedical facility at its site. Group Health is putting in, has built an entirely new complex there. And the Highline Historical Society is finally started on its museum in Old Town Burien. You can see it there. We also are a hub for creative entrepreneurship. There are not very many cities in our region that can claim a film office in their city. We do a lot of, and thanks to, again, many of our engaged community members, many artists, filmmakers, and performers make their home in Burien, and I know there is no city around that can tell you that it has a UFO festival. And we have done that in Burien. We actually have UFOs in Burien, so if you have an interest in that, check it out. And then I guess one of the other areas is food. Burien has become a major destination for food. Two of the restaurants, Azteca and El Rinconcito, are now being joined by other regional chains. PCC is opening a market in Burien sometime later this year, early next year, and Bakery Nouveau plans to open sometime this summer. They are putting a chocolate-making facility into the back of their shop there. So we have the best Italian restaurants, best Mexican restaurants, lots of caterers, and lots of food producers that produce food for a regional market. So come to Burien.